Bitcoin. Max Keiser calls out Kevin O'Leary. Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. Max Keiser tweets to CNBC's Kevin O'Leary, 99% of the population has no idea how these work. 1. The Fed. 2. Carry trades. 3. Carried interest. 4. Options. 5. Futures. 6. Negative interest rates. 7. Credit creation. 8. Amortization. 9. LBOs. 10. CDs. 11. CLOs. 12. Tax arbitrage. 13. Wash sales. 14. Naked shorting. Now, what is he responding to? CNBC's Kevin O'Leary going in on Bitcoin. So let's take a look and see what Kevin O'Leary said. Cryptocurrencies have caught the attention of financial analysts, CEOs, and regular people hoping to get rich quick after dramatic spikes in recent weeks created millionaires and possibly billionaires out of early believers. The price of Bitcoin increased about 1,600% from the close of December 31st, 2016 to the close of December 14th, 2017. Friday morning, Bitcoin was trading over 17,500, according to industry site CoinDesk. In a spike, Bitcoin briefly topped a record 19,000 in December trading on the Coinbase exchange. Other cryptocurrencies like Litecoin and Ethereum have seen gains too. But before you use your hard-earned dollars to get a piece of the action, Kevin O'Leary has a word of warning about the mania. Quote, "I'm quite sure that 99% of the people that own Bitcoin do not understand how it works," he tells CNBC Make It. That always is a cocktail for disaster. The technology behind Bitcoin is complex. Its creator remains unknown, but the original white paper outlining the idea for Bitcoin describes it as a peer-to-peer version of electronic cash, operating on a decentralized digital ledger known as the blockchain. If the promise of big gains has enticed people to buy Bitcoin without researching the idea fully, that spells trouble. Quote, "I've seen this movie before. It ends badly," O'Leary says. "You never invest in something you don't understand," he says. One thing people don't understand is that Bitcoin doesn't actually work as a currency, according to O'Leary. He recently traded roughly $200,000 deal in Bitcoin, but because its value is so volatile, the other party would only agree if he guaranteed the value of the Bitcoin against the price of the US dollar. Quote, "If clearly neither side thinks it's stable enough to transfer in 1 minute, and they don't even want to take 1 minute of risk, it is not a currency," he says. Now, of course, I'm going to disagree with that. If anybody has traded Forex at all, you trade the volatility. That's the whole point of Forex, right? You're not looking for stable currencies. And that volatility is traded in currencies. And they're all currencies. And they're known to be currencies. Kevin, you're dead to me. Think of it like this. When you use dollars to buy a cup of coffee, for example, you and the coffee shop both expect the value of the dollar to remain stable between the time you order and the time you pay. Each side agrees. $2.50 equals 1 cup of coffee. O'Leary says Bitcoin lacks that quality. Quote, "The fact is, it is so unstable. Volatility is in both directions. It's up, it's down, that nobody in a substantive transaction will take the risk," O'Leary says. So it is a long way from being a currency. However, is it an asset? Yes. It is one of the most successful assets on the planet right now because it's a global speculation. Unlike a currency, which is used to assign and exchange value, an asset has its own inherent value based on what people will pay for it, like art. So, if you don't have a real understanding of what you are doing with that, you should only treat Bitcoin for what it is. Great entertainment, he says. That means only buying Bitcoin with money you're willing to lose and treating the decision like you would gambling in a casino. Investment experts Jim Cramer and Tony Robbins, I didn't know he was an investment expert, Both agree with O'Leary that buying Bitcoin is like going to Vegas. The most silly statement in the entire CNBC article. Quote, I don't know if it's going to 40,000 or zero, and nobody knows. So I just think it is a wonderful entertainment, just like a slot machine is, or putting chips in a roulette wheel, says O'Leary. Right now, it is fun, exciting, entertaining. As long as you can afford to lose everything you put it into it, go with it. Now, you trade the volatility of anything if you're a technical trader, right? So if you want a complete explanation of technical trading, I have made a video. It is available on my Patreon that explains it in detail. I don't leave anything out of it. That's at patreon.com/Shakaama. Be sure to like the video, thumbs up the video. That's how the internet works.
There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits, you can break me.